switch hitting outfielder Bryan Reynolds agreed to an 8-year extension worth more than $106 million. Now, the deal includes club option for the 2023 season, as well as no trade protections. You remember when he asked for a trade when the two sides were kind of at a stalemate? So why now? Why does this deal get done?
I like it because he's looking at the trajectory of the team as well. Like the team is winning. They're on a good stroll. They're on a good roll. But I also look at the money's right. I think the money's right. This guy's a centerpiece of the team. He has to be the centerpiece of the team. They had to get the job done. Also, I like the idea that now we don't have to talk about this trade stuff anymore. Like, this was an ongoing saga talking about the trade issues, where he might go and whatnot. So finally we get that out of off the table, and he just gets to go out there and play. And I think that's important. I think it's important for the city of Pittsburgh. They get a guy to rally around now that they know is going to be there for a long period of time. This team can continue to do what they're doing right now with that centerpiece and Bryan Reynolds for a long period of time to come.
I loved it. I mean, I think when you see this situation, you spoke of the saga that was, ensuing there. When Bryan Reynolds was coming out and saying, I want to be traded, you're assuming there had to be a conversation before that point to where they felt like his value was something and he felt his value was something. And maybe they already had this conversation about an extension. And they were so far off that he's like, well, we're not winning. We're so far off. You're not showing that you want to spend any money. I want to go ahead and get up out of here. Now they start off the season hot. He's continuing to play well. And obviously he had that hard deadline. Y'all forgot he had that hard deadline with, opening day. That's a hard deadline. But this proves that there's never a hard deadline if the team ever wants to come and really play ball and show the player that they value their, what they bring on the field and respect them as a player. Yes, he probably did leave some money on the table, but he let it be known that he was willing to do that. He said, I don't want a, big player-friendly deal or a big team-friendly deal. We need to find something in the middle. He understands the trade-off of guaranteed money to, future earnings or future losses that you can be taking on. But it's a deal that works both for good size, and like everything you said, it helps them build going forward with the other young players they have, the Mitch Kellers, the O'Neal Cruzes, and you have Bryan Hayes. Like, you have those guys, and you can continue to try to build that nucleus to where you can put a winning team on the field consistently.
You mentioned Hayes. Bryan Hayes was signed last year to his big deal. The Pirates are investing. They go get their veterans like a Rich Hill to come help that locker room. Vegas believes in this team, too. To win the division, the Pirates were 66-1 at the beginning of the season, which is absurd. Those odds to win a division just don't normally exist. They're now 9-1. Still very long odds. Just think of that jump, though, from 66-1 to 9-1 to win the division.
In what amount of time? Like
these couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's wild.
The Pirates are taking things seriously, and maybe, just maybe, they will be players at the deadline to try to make a push like the Orioles did last year. This team is young. They're fun to watch. Their pitching has been good. They have a top 10 bullpen ERA. The Pirates could be a team that I don't think makes the playoffs. They could be good, though, in the next 3 years.
Yeah. I like the investment piece, right? You understand that you have to build something, a foundation of something at some point. And maybe this is that time. We've also seen them also extend the manager Sheldon as well. So I think that's important to give people a peace of mind to understand we're no longer okay with losing here. We want to win, and we have to win at this point.
And we're going to give you consistency.
Yeah, that has to be a big part of it.
Continuity has to be huge.
Yeah, I think it just gives you that feeling of security, not just as a team, but as a fan base.
It sets you up for the future with the next wave of young players that you have. It shows that, hey, I can actually potentially be a Pirate for life, because all the other young players, you're probably looking at the patterns from how it's been done before, and you're assuming, okay, I come up, I play well, and then I'm probably going to get traded.
Out of Dodge.
Yeah, but now you're showing that you don't necessarily have to go by that process, and we can keep our guys and continue to build around that. I love it.
And the
Pirates might be back.
And the first we heard, it was like a 6-year deal worth $75. So now we get to a point to where he's earned more of that value. We see them commit to that. That says a lot about who the player is.